And it really doesn't tell. But it does say many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. John 6 and verse 67, then Jesus said unto the 12, will you also go away? I mean, consider this. I mean, are you impressed with mega churches? Are you impressed with the size of your own church? Do you ride around and look and say, wow, God must be blessing that church. Look how big it is. It's got a coffee shop in it. It's got a bowling alley, whatever. You know, I'm just impressed with this big church. There's 44,000 people that show up every Sunday morning or whatever. Now here we have Jesus with a mega following, and he's able to cut it down to about 12 people? John 6 and verse 68, then Simon Peter said to him, O Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Now let me ask you a question. Would you go to a church that had only 12 people attending? Would you even show up to a church that had only 12 people? Would you go to not a mega church, a small church? Now let me tell you why you like a mega church, big churches. It's a word called, and this is the number one reason people choose mega churches. It's a word called anonymity. Anonymity. It is your ability to sort of sneak in there, because there's so many people, okay, to sneak in there and sneak out without anybody seeing you or recognizing you. Now you can't do that in a church of 12 people. You know, I mean, they're all going to they're going to recognize that you're new, and they're going to shake your hand, and they're going to get to know you, and they're going to meet you. You cannot sneak in and sneak out of a church of only 12 people. So the reason, one of the number one reasons people like, besides parking and besides daycare center, you know, one of the big reasons people like big churches is because of anonymity, their ability to sneak in, sneak out without being noticed. Yes. So did Jesus have a mega church? Let's take a look at Luke 12 and verse 32. Jesus speaking to his church, to his disciples, fear not, mega church, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. No, wait a minute, I read that wrong. I inserted words that were not in there. Okay, Luke 12 and verse 32, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Why? Why did Jesus refer to his church as a little flock? Not a mega church. Not a mega church. Not a church of 45,000 people showing up every weekend. No. Jesus referred to his church as a mega church. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, okay, it started out as a small church, but over 2,000 years it became a mega church, a universal, yes, universal church.